Hello!
Hello, all around the world.
Fuck. Greetings all around this world. We are the QuestBros, and we are but three homely nerds inside a basement.
Yep.
The three musketeers that bring the grand podcast to our viewers, because we're the ones who care.
I thought there were 4 of them.
Who's the 4th one? I don't see anybody else here, do you?
Well,
hello, mysterious 4th stranger.
Hello,
Open your eyes.
Hello, Ghost D'Artagnan.
You know what we should have done? We could have pretended George was here the entire time.
We'll just
nobody would have known.
We'll just put like a faded image of him.
Yeah,
well, he's upstairs, so.
yeah, right?
Yeah, he is the man upstairs if we're going by the Lego movie logic.
Well, no, because there was last podcast we had 4 people. Now we have 3 people. Next time is just the next podcast is just gonna be a phone call.
It's gonna be everyone at the phone and you at the mic.
It's gonna be like one of those awkward conference calls where somebody just interrupts and it's just like, I was
Oh
Good
man.
banter.
So school's over.
Yeah.
Thank God.
And
August is over.
We're all back home.
I want it to be
By
over forever.
And by all of us, I mean Jarod. Jarod's the only one who goes away.
Sorry. It's fine.
You suck.
I know I do. Anyway, so I'm back, and I'm not dead, which is a surprise considering how I have a track record of being almost considered dead.
Yes. We just have to hope you don't do that again when we go up north again.
Oh, I should be fine. I should be fixed.
I should be fixed by then.
I swear to God,
Otherwise,
if you turn
these scars
around,
were not.
if you turn around and say, "Hey, I had an emergency thing to the hospital," right when we're about to drive up, I'm gonna drive to the hospital, rip any sort of catheter you have on, rip anything that they shove down your nose. I'm gonna fucking pull you out of the bed and fucking throw you in the trunk of my car and flip off all the motherfuckers that try to stop me because you're coming up with us. I'm not. I swear to God, Jarod. I will hurt you if you do not come with us.
The catheter was...
I know, when you said that, I was like, oh no!
when they took that out, like, by normal means, it hurt. It was just, it's like,
No,
so how are you doing?
Dan's wrath pulling
Oh no! Oh, that reminds
The
me.
wrath of rage just coursing through my
It'd be
veins.
quick though.
And
It would be quick and painful. Usually it's quick and painless. Nope, not when it's Dan. All I
man, can you imagine if I just like took a bit more than I should have with it?
I would be angry.
I'm in so much pain right now.
How do you think I feel? We're talking about my dick.
I know.
Okay, so school ended.
School ended.
Semester's done.
First
Yes.
semester of sophomore year.
God.
The only grades I'm worried about are for women and gender studies and German.
Why'd you take a women and gender studies?
It's a required
We're
course.
required, probably.
Yeah.
Like I had to take human relations and sociology,
Yep.
Still, that's
but I am a graphic design.
But it's like
student.
I was also curious about the course.
okay.
But no,
How many guys were in that class?
Surprisingly, more than 2.
Oh.
It was like
was it 3?
5.
More than
5
2.
out of what though?
There were 3.
Let me do a little quick math here. About I want to say 30.
Wow.
So like
Only like a 1/6 of the class.
yeah.
That's not good.
So how many digits did you get?
None. It's
None.
Jarod.
Although I did have a poem reading, which surprisingly everyone enjoyed.
That's good.
Because we had to do a multimedia project near the end, and I was like, fuck it, I'm not gonna just take a song and like weave this like whole thing about it. It's
That's
like,
lame.
yeah, fuck it, I'm gonna write a poem. I'm a writer.
Yeah, I could
Dude.
put something out.
Yeah. And they enjoyed it. They actually loved it.
Not
Okay.
to be like,
You suck, but you suck.
no, not to be kind of like lame. I like poems. I like writing poems.
Wow, you're so lame.
I
know.
know.
It was like a slam poetry reading, and it wasn't live. I
Oh
had to
man,
record it.
slam poetries are dumb as hell.
Ouch.
It's like why?
It's
why
like
do you have to make fun of someone?
No. Slam poetry is like it has its own rhythm to it. When you're slamming somebody, that's a different kind of slam poetry. But I understand your confusion.
Okay, because slam poetry to me is like oh, society sucks, you suck, die, go hang yourself. That's slam poetry. in
Haiku
my
by
eyes.
Dan.
Just have that in like frickin' calligraphy and just on the.
Yeah, they suck.
I know.
They suck.
Basically, mine's more borderline rap, which is ironic because I'm white.
That's what
Because
most,
I'm white. and
that's
have
what
a
most
Jewish
poems
fro.
are.
Yeah, I'm like Bob Ross trying to be Eminem. Which is also ironic because I suck at painting.
What's your lowest grade?
Lowest grade I got thus far, like of all time, or just in this?
No, just
this semester.
This semester.
Well, for my women and genders final, 67 or 66.
Holy shit!
What would you get in the whole class?
That's
for?
like an F.
It's a D.
Yeah, it's like a D. I don't know what I got
Not
for
in
the whole
my
class.
school. My school, that's an F.
No. Anything?
That's just that was one test.
That was one test.
Oh
was
my
like
god!
the
I thought
final
that was
test.
like the whole class
no,
grade.
no.
I was like,
No,
you
yeah.
failed. Then.
Highest grade. Guess what it's in?
An A.
Well, guess what class? Of course,
What?
it is an A.
What class?
Creative writing.
Oh, I'm shocked.
Whoop the fucking do.
And you know
Yeah,
what's
I got the only 99% plus in my class.
Like, do you believe that I got an A in music theory? No shit.
Ouch. But you know what's funny? I only used one of our things for that course. The rest was just all like stuff I made up.
That's good.
Well, except for the whole like poems I.
Well,
said.
same for me. All my stuff was written in. I wish all of it was creative writing because I was the only one in the whole class that got 100% on their short story. So
I started writing a song for the QuestBros because Jarod sent me. What did you send me again? What
I
was
sent
the
a
ballad?
I sent a list of ballads that explain like all four of the novels, like their main characters.
So I started trying to write
interesting.
melodies for each of them.
Hmm. And then leading up to the fourth and final book.
Yeah.
The fifth one is going to actually have all those like poems
Yeah.
in it because the fifth book, and this is spoilers sort of because I haven't actually
Spoilers for something that doesn't exist
yet. But the fifth one is going to explain like the lore, some of the stories, and even like writing the entire fight between you and me like after the battle.
You see, I've already got ideas for the song because like the song will incorporate stuff from the others
Mm-hmm.
and to make one big one. Okay, I'm
Yeah,
excited
it could.
now. I'm excited.
I actually have an idea where it could start out as a solo and then go into a duet, then a trio, and then a quartet.
Okay.
all right.
Because what I have for the first one so far is like it's just like a normal piano thing, but then I want to have you guys come in and record.
I have a lute.
Yeah,
I could almost try and play.
you
I
can
just
do-
need to tune it.
But I also want like I need percussion for it and stuff, and we've got a room at my school full of instruments, and then just have you guys use those to help like just add more to the song, so it's not just piano. And like you don't have to follow anything. You guys can just do whatever.
Dan's just blown away at the
Good
plans.
good luck. What I'm saying.
I mean, you're good at singing.
No, we don't need singing. We just
They don't need singing.
we just
They
need, like,
need
drums.
percussion and drums and stuff.
Oh, yeah,
I haven't
no, I
played
fuck-
drums since I was like 7.
No, but it's just like a big drum that you just have to hit with your hand.
Oh.
Not a drum set.
All I can think of is in certain Irish songs they have this like skin drum that they have with a stick, and it sounds like somebody's hitting it with two. Like it sounds like somebody's hitting it with like 2 sticks, but it's just the one.
Okay.
So it's like that's what I'm imagining.
Yeah, so I mean, we'll mess around with it. I have to look at the music. I started writing stuff for it, but I didn't like. It was kind of more just notes, and I would just make it up that way. It would be more like. I would go more with the feel of what's happening in the moment instead of very strict.
I wrote down like a bunch of beats that I think we could use for the show
Yeah.
or the thing we're planning that should not be named. Fucked up. Anyway, but yeah, I wrote down a bunch of beats, so like almost something like. Almost orchestral.
It'd be
That's
funny if the
gonna-
mic didn't pick that up.
That's gonna be great because then there's
yeah,
gonna
it's
be like
just- all you hear is just like all you can see on
It's
the
like
audio
little
is just
dots.
like dots.
Yeah.
it's gonna be great if the mic doesn't pick
Yeah.
that up because then it's just gonna be long silence.
This is the beat. That was
That
it.
was pretty good, you know.
But with like orchestral.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, kind of sticking with the theme of school though, so we don't get too far off. You had a waking up story to tell.
Yeah, okay, so I had my music theory final on Monday. The exam started at 11 in the morning.
Oof.
That's fine. It's 11 o'clock. I woke up at 10:50,
Oh no.
and I live off campus.
Oh no.
So I had to drive. So I wake up, and I look at my clock, and I'm like, oh no. And I was like, no, this has to be, something has to be wrong.
Oh,
Because sometimes my
my.
clock gets off, or like it just doesn't work. It like gets stuck. So I was like, oh, it might have got stuck at, from like last night.
Right.
So then I wake up, and I was like, shit. Okay, it's 10:50. I need to leave now. So I get out of bed. I'm still in my bed.
Well, actually, you needed to leave like 20 minutes ago.
Yeah. So and then like I grab a pair of pants and I'm just going down the stairs, still in my pajama shirt, and I was like half awake. The pants weren't even on. I grab my coat and bust out the door. Luckily, it only takes me 7 minutes to get to school, and I found a parking spot right away, which was really nice. But so I got there at 10:57.
Because all the other Anthonys that slept in that night. That's why there's so many parking spots.
Yeah. So I was able to get a good parking spot, and I made it just in time. But then, like, when I got my test back for the exam, I got more than 100. Oh, I got like 104% on it. And I was like, okay, well, if I just need to wake up 10 minutes before every exam to get over 100%, I'll do it.
Going with the theme of like sleep, I have an interesting thing to say.
All right, then say it.
I come with.
I have an interesting thing to say. Doesn't say it.
And just silent.
Yeah.
Come on! Seriously?
I'm not gonna.
We're having like 20 minutes cut out because of your fucking silences. Just say
purposely
it.
doing the silence.
Yeah, but
I don't give a fuck. Just do it.
Okay, so I come up with weird ideas at 1 a.m. I found this out. Like,
yeah.
When I came up with the idea for my novel, I woke up at like 1 a.m. and I was like, holy shit. So
I could have told you that.
Yeah.
You come up with them all the time in freshman year and sophomore year. You're like,
in junior year and senior year.
I was like, 1 a.m, dude. I was doing this, and then I was like, I woke up and I was like, dude, this would be a great idea. And I was like, all right, then you should probably write it down. And it's like.
Instead, I typed it.
Instead, you typed it, but
and
still.
7 years later, 6 or 7 years later, it's still going.
Yeah.
I'm almost done. Don't worry. Problem is, well, okay, now I'm getting off topic.
Yeah,
that comes later.
Go back to the.
Yeah.
And we're back.
So, yeah. I was coming back from D&D, which we start at like 6 and then go till like 12 or 1 in the morning. The latest we've gone is like 3 in the morning.
All right.
So I was heading back. I was super tired, and I was trying to fall asleep, just tossing and turning. And I was in a position where my arm was like over my eyes, and I just kind of giggled, like, I wonder if people dab in their sleep. And then I slowly had an epiphany. I moved my arm from my face, wide-eyed. I was like, do people meme in their sleep? And then I just thought, what would that look like? Like, you just hear somebody snoring, just, whoa, 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 just doing the Crash Bandicoot meme. Or they're just doing the whip and the nay-nay while they're like just sleepwalking.
So that was his epiphany.
Mm-hmm.
That was my epiphany. Like, do people meme in their street?
When we're done with this podcast,
street?
we're going to record that skit right after this.
Do people meme in their sleep? And then I was like, do meme lords dream of electric boogaloo?
What?
What?
Exactly. That's where my mind goes at like 1 in the morning. Because I was like, wait, do androids dream of electric sheep? That's a good book. Do meme lords dream of electric boogaloo? Like, that just came to my mind. And then I thought, Matt probably dreams an electric boogaloo. And then I just turned over and fell asleep.
Jarod would be like the perfect person who like sleep talks, where he gets up in the middle of the night, looks at Felipe and he's like, Matt sleeps talks, or nah, Matt dreams in electric boogaloo, and then goes back to bed.
There's actually a story that Felipe, if he were here, he would say, where it's like...
I mean, he could be here.
Yeah, he could.
Nobody will know. We don't do videos.
But,
It's in one vlog.
Yeah, he was in a vlog and in one podcast.
Yeah, 2 podcasts.
2 podcasts.
Try to find those.
And a stream.
Ooh.
Check them out in our on our page. Also subscribe.
Shameless.
Anyway.
Shameless plug.
Anyway, he remembers this. He was awake. I was already asleep. I sit up in my bed and I go, dude, somebody stole my pants while I was in the shower. And the funny part was, I was wearing my pants while I was asleep, and then I just go back down and fall back asleep. And it's just like, what the fuck happened?
My girlfriend Bree told me that her roommate does stuff like that all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I think it was like a week ago, or sometime soon, or early, whatever the word is. And she's in her bed, and her roommate gets up. Like her roommate gets like almost like she's awake, but she isn't. She gets up and she looks over her bed. Their beds are lofted. And she's pointing at the couch and she was like, "Do you see that?" She's like, "What are you talking about?" She's like, "Right there. There's something on the dolls. They're on the couch." And then Bree looks down and there's nothing there. And then she just goes back to bed. And Bree messaged me. She's like, I need to go to the bathroom, but I'm not about to get out of this bed. But then Bree eventually gets out of bed and she's like, there it is again. Like her roommate wakes up pointing to this, and she's like, what? She's like, do you see it? And she was just pointing to the like her computer lights. She's like, oh, that's what you were talking about? But then she was already asleep at that point. She just scared the shit out of her.
What is your diagnosis as a psychologist for our weirdness?
Normalness.
Okay.
Psychoticness.
Although I actually
anxiety, depression, schizophrenia.
I was gonna say I actually have a list of all the weird shit Felipe and I have said, but I don't have it on me.
Of course you don't.
I have a whole Word document full of weird shit.
Yes.
Dude, I say a bunch of weird things when I'm asleep too. I wish my girlfriend would write them down and tell me. But like straight up, like my uncle the other day was like, what were you saying the other day? You were just like saying this and that, and I was like, no clue. Your guess is as good as mine. I was asleep at that time. And he was like, oh, okay.
And
Just
just
like,
nothing.
That's funny.
It's like, literally this morning, I woke up and I remembered the weirdest dream. It was my cousin's wedding. It was, and my cousin isn't married or going to get married yet, depending upon when this comes out. But
anyway,
we're at this chapel I've never seen before. It's like those white painted chapels you see, like those stereotypical churches. It's in this weird forest. We go in. He's already up there, but he doesn't have any groomsmen or like a priest. He's just there,
okay.
just in the tuxedo, and people are already sitting. And in the background, like behind the church, you can see these banners or posters of like people who've gotten married before him. And one of them said like his sister, who's already married, like her name and her husband, and it's like, wait a minute, they weren't married at this church. This doesn't make any sense. So then I kind of like have a wander around, and there's just this like weird half wall as in like this way, like, and then it connects to another wall. Anyway, just filled with clocks, like clear clocks, but you can't see the gears behind them.
Okay.
And I look closely, and all of the hands look like tiny swords. And all of a sudden, like a bunch of them are like mishmashed together into one big thing.
Yeah.
They all kind of like click together to form a frickin' like bow tie. And I was like, what is happening? and then I woke up, it's like, what just happened?
I need to find the bow tie.
I think you got
box.
drugged.
I mean,
Jared could see into the future, actually.
I guess.
Jared can see in the past.
Yeah.
I past, present, future. Apparently I have I don't even know what kind
Can
of
you guys
person I would-
read in your dreams?
Oh my god, I had this one time where I actually studied for an exam while I was asleep. So like I had an exam. So you know in Doctor Strange when he goes to bed, but then his like conscious is awake and he's still studying. I did that once. I swear, because like I was like doing homework and stuff, and there was like practice problems I was working on, and then when I went to bed, like I was still working on them, and I was like still trying to figure it out, and like when I woke up and I was like, I just studied for 8 more hours.
Oh, that's
amazing.
I've had things like that where like, or I would be sleeping in class and the teacher will be talking.
I remember you talking about that.
Yeah.
And then I'll wake up and know everything the teacher had said.
Yeah.
Because you're like half asleep and half awake at the same time.
Yeah.
Or it's like you're just not in a deep enough sleep.
Yep. I've actually had it though where I went to bed thinking about like the homework that I had just done, woke up and knew all the answers. And I'm like, I had to quickly get my thing out. I was like, these are the answers to it. And I did that, and it's stressful.
I remember I was listening to a podcast, and it's this D&D podcast I listen to.
Nerd.
Yes. I was like, oh god, I'm so tired, but I want to keep watching. I just kind of fell asleep on my desk. I woke up. I let out this huge belch for no reason, and then I'm listening, and I was like, okay, that happened. And then I'm listening to the podcast, and all of a sudden they're like, oh yeah, so now you're all dogs. It's like, wait, what? What just happened? What? How much content did I miss?
4 podcasts have passed by.
Yeah,
Each of almost 2 hours.
It's like, it's just like 5 minutes have passed. It's like, that felt longer. What just happened? It's like all of a sudden they're dogs now? What the fuck?
So, speaking of dogs, there's these donor commercials, right?
Yeah.
And I always thought, like, those were the dumbest commercials. Not only do they make you feel bad, but then it's like,
in the arms of
oh my
the
gosh.
angels.
Shut up.
Those are the only lyrics I know. I don't know anything after that.
Yeah, nobody really does.
Because after that point, I'm already crying.
Except for like maybe Celine Dion or
whoever sings it.
As you know, that later in those there's other commercials that do other animals, like there's tiger ones, there's rhino ones,
Pandas.
there's pandas,
elephants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The elephant ones always hit home to me.
And it's like, okay, and it's like, adopt this animal now. And it's like, alright, sure. And then it's like, call now and we'll give you this stuffy, your very own animal. And it's like, that's not what I said sure to. And I saw one of a penguin the other day because my girlfriend really wants to have a penguin, but I'm like, that's kind of a lot of work.
Yeah.
She wants a pet penguin?
Yeah, well, she wants to pet everything.
I'm pretty sure it's illegal to have a pet penguin.
No, it's not illegal, but
it'll be like Mr.
200
Popper's
pounds of
penguins.
fish a month.
Yeah, and then
And
also,
that's like $1,000, $2,000 some dollars right there.
And they can survive in warm, but like you also can't have it too warm.
Yeah.
Yep. But I saw that, and then it's like, call now to adopt your very own penguin. You could save a life. And it's like, but I'm not adopting the penguin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no.
I'm buying a stuffy.
And
like, that's bullshit. And then a t-shirt and a pamphlet saying of how good person I am. I don't need that to know that I'm not a good person.
But
Yeah.
at that point, it's like you're just paying for that.
Yeah.
It's like how much is actually going to the animals then?
Exactly.
Plus shipping and handling.
Yeah.
It's just so frustrating. Here, you can donate every month. No, I'm not donating every month unless I'm living with the fucking animal.
And unless I can write it off on my taxes. I'm sorry, that sounded terrible.
But no, that's
True.
true though. It's like all these commercials come up. You could save a life. Don't abuse dogs. You know I don't. The dog would be fine living with me. Let me adopt the fucking dog.
Exactly.
Don't give me a fucking stuffed animal that my actual dogs are gonna chew up and destroy. Because that means nothing to me.
Give me the actual dog so that my dogs can chew up and destroy.
No, but yeah, give me the actual animal and I'll take care of them so I know that they're getting taken care of.
Mm-hmm.
Don't take my money and then fucking not do anything with it.
Yeah,
and then give me a t-shirt that I paid for.
Yeah, if you like send photos every month saying, yeah, the dog's doing good, then that's okay. That I'm okay with.
Even then though, it's like, well, that's not the same dog.
Yeah, they could easily pay that.
Or they
for a
could
level.
just
Take a million photos right then and there and then send you them of when the dog was doing good and be like, I'm still getting these photos, but that was 14 years ago and the dog was 10 when I saved it.
Sort of like our content.
That's what I was just gonna say. It's like all of our content. We do it all at once, but then we put it out in pieces.
Exactly.
That's basically what they would do is they take like 40 photos then.
Which is effective. Not for taking care of an adoptive dog, but
for their
YouTube.
Pretty good.
And just, I hate those donor commercials. Not because they make me sad, but because they just piss me off.
Yeah.
And then they do it for like kids in Africa. It's like, if I wanted to help them, I could just go to Africa as part of like a peace mission. Like,
Exactly.
I don't even need you as a conduit.
If I
Cut out the middleman.
Yeah, fuck the kids, okay? If I wanted to help them, I would go and help them.
Yeah, seriously, we have a freaking children's hospital near us that we could just like go and donate our time to. It's like, why do I need to pay you for that?
People don't have time, which is funny because in the world of technology, we have some sort of paradox where we have things that make time more available to us, but we have less time more than ever.
Yeah, we have less time to do it.
It just makes no sense. We have the same amount of time, and we have things to make that thing take less time, but we don't have the time to do those other things.
Yeah.
Words.
What else pisses you off, Dan?
Oh my god, so much. Candy Crush.
These are a few of my least favorite things.
Candy Crush pisses me off.
Why does Candy Crush piss you off? I think it's overrated.
It honestly is.
Colorful, bejeweled.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. It's Bejeweled in a nutshell with fuck King, okay? That's who makes it, right? King, fuck them. Go fuck yourself. Because
Unless
King
you want to
sucks.
sponsor us.
No, they're
I'm
not
just
sponsoring us. King can go fuck themselves. They're a bunch of whiny little bitches. They had to go and fucking copyright Saga and Candy and all these other words.
They tried to.
Yeah, they tried to.
I'm pretty sure they were.
No, they didn't.
Weren't they?
Because those are two generic words.
Yeah, like the
They
Fine Bros.
they got the rights to one of them though.
No, they didn't get it to anything.
I'll look that up right now. But like, what kind of child's going off and trying to do that? Fucking grow up, be mature, and just don't fucking do that shit. Don't be an idiot. Don't do things that you know are gonna be not gonna help people, and you know they're gonna be stupid. Just don't do them.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I know they were like, I'm pretty sure they tried to get every word out of their title, but not like they probably have the word Candy Crush Saga as a whole copyrighted, but you can't get the word candy because that is too generic of a word.
Or Saga.
Yeah, or Saga. There's tons of sagas
yeah.
for anything.
Like Star Wars.
Yeah, and Crush, that's already a soda brand.
Yeah.
So that's already copyrighted. So I don't know. And yeah, like the Fine Brothers was trying to do that too. What was it, React? They were trying
Reaction
to do that?
or something.
Or yeah,
like that.
something like no, you can't do that to one word.
You can't just copyright reaction. That's a medical term.
Yeah.
If anything, the freaking board of medical or whatever would like have a say in that.
Doctors of the world.
Yeah.
It'd be like if we tried to copyright Quest.
Yeah.
And like no, that ain't gonna shit like that ain't gonna work.
Yeah.
Or if we try to copyright Bros.
Yeah, no. Nintendo would be on our asses before we
yeah,
even,
Nintendo would get that before us.
Yeah, before we could even tie our ties to go to court.
Yeah.
They tried to do Candy.
Yeah, I remember that, and that was the court. The court just laughed in their faces.
This is actually
no.
This is actually the first time I'm hearing about this. So
really?
This is interesting.
Yeah.
You didn't hear about this?
This happened a while.
This happened a long time
like
ago.
I don't watch the news, man.
When you think about it, like if I say a year ago to like like functioning adults in society, not us adults.
Not millennials.
Yeah, not millennials, but like functioning adults, like a year is nothing to them. But to us, that's like a long time.
I know. Like I still remember when like the last episode of Bakugan that I ever watched, and that happened back. Yes, I'm a nerd.
I just thought it was funny that you brought up Bakugan of anything.
I know, but it's coming back. That's why I'm so excited.
Really?
Yeah, that was back in like 2008, I think, 2009.
Because like if you think about it, like okay,
makes me feel old.
The last 20 years, we've been doing something different. Like every day, life for us has kept changing. But like for an adult, like from 30 to 40, it's the same thing every day.
Right. Yeah.
And maybe one interesting thing that happens every so often.
It's like that thing that was on Twitter. It's like 2007 versus 2017, and I took a picture of myself. Like I had a picture. We have those weird rings where it's like showing you through each year of school. I took a picture of that and then took a picture of myself. Now it's like, what the fuck happened?
Yeah.
I have a fro and I'm wearing glasses. I'm full of acne. What the fuck happened?
Yeah, a lot happens for us, but when you're an adult, nothing happens.
Yeah, no.
I can't wait.
I'm still reading this. It's copycat apps are indeed a serious issue. Candy Crush claims seems a bit broad. Surely they mainly match 3 game called Bejeweled, but yeah, I have no idea.
Or Honey Pop. Or Honey Pop.
Honey Pop. Ugh.
I want us to play that so bad.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'll watch it.
Here I just typed in, what does Candy Crush have trademarked? Candy Crush Saga has trademarked Candy, and Apple Store is helping enforce it.
Why?
Developers are being asked to remove their apps from the App Store or prove that their games do not infringe upon the Candy Crush trademark.
That's so dumb.
So I don't know if they actually have the trademark, or if they're just saying they do, and because they're super popular, Apple's like, well, they kind of do.
Yeah.
You know what?
Or it might be through Apple that they have it. So like any app you can get on the Apple Store, if it can't have like the word candy or anything related to like how the game works. But if you have like a Galaxy, no one gives a fuck.
Or like it's Bejeweled. I just imagine Bejeweled's like, hello?
Excuse us, we've been around a lot longer.
Bejeweled's awesome.
Dude, I love it. I have Bejeweled on my phone.
Fuck Candy Crush. Bejeweled, you're pretty tight.
Yeah.
We may do a Bejeweled Let's Play.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. That's going to be entertaining.
I mean, it'll be like a podcast, basically.
Basically.
Just
With Bejeweled.
With Bejeweled, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there goes that.
I hate Candy Crush. They're ridiculous.
I like how just as you get comfy, the screen goes dark, and you're like, oh.
Dan, what else do you hate?
Oh, so much.
These are a few of my least favorite things.
The factorial of 0 is another thing I hate.
What?
Dan was talking about this earlier.
Oh
Explain-
my god.
Yeah.
Give the backstory to factorial.
Yeah, please tell me this factorial of 0,
So,
Dan.
I'm a freaking genius
He's a nerd.
when it comes to math.
I'll take your word on it. I mean, when it comes to logic
Dan,
problems,
what is 2 plus 2?
fish.
Fish? 4. But anyways, the factorial, pretty much what a factorial is if you have a factorial of, let's say, 3. Let's say you have 3 quarters. It's how many times you can put those 3 quarters into a different group, essentially. So,
Dumb it down.
to dumb it down, it's like, pretty much the factorial of 3 is going 3 times 2 times 1. And factorial 5 is 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. So the factorial of 3 is 6, because 3 times 2 is 6, times 1 is 6. Factorial of 2, who wants to give a shot?
Is it 4?
2 times 1.
2. Okay. Got
Okay.
It. Sorry.
Factorial of 1.
1.
Alright. Factorial of 0.
Is it 0?
No.
It's 1.
Why is it 1?
I don't know! So, when I looked it up, I had a professor talk to me. I asked 2 professors, and I had 2 professors talk to me, and I looked up a professor talking about it, and why the factorial of 0 is 0. Pretty much, you can only put nothing into nothing one way, I guess.
But it's like 0 is a placeholder, though. When you
Exactly. So, it's like, the answer to factorial being 0 should either be infinity, 0, or
error.
Because if you take 0, or if you take any number and divide it by 0, you get what?
A dead calculator?
Exactly. You can't divide by 0, but you can divide 0.
Yeah. Which is still 0.
But if you're dividing something by 0, technically, how many times can you put something into nothing? You can't. That's why you get an error. How many times can you put nothing into nothing? Technically, you can't. Hence why it should be an error.
Yeah.
Because you can't take nothing and put it in
To
another nothing.
Yeah, you can't take something out of nothing. It's the law of equivalent exchange. Something has to come from something.
So it makes no sense why factorial of 0 is 1.
Mm-hmm.
It makes no sense. And asking 3 professors, one of them was just like, well, maybe you should become a math major then, and math professor, and you could, figure out why.
Go to like a math conference and like discuss this. Like my teacher, he's a music therapy professor, but like he goes to like music conferences and he like argues this at conferences, and like they try and get stuff done. Of course, nothing happens. It's just an argument. Well, it's a discussion, I should say more. But like you should go to one and discuss this and just see what you come up with.
I should go to like a writers conference and just discuss like world building.
We should also just go to Comic-Con too. That'd be
Yeah.
a good conference.
Fucking factorials.
Maybe meet Stan Lee.
Maybe.
That'd be cool.
Factorials are dumb. I'm pissed.
And this is why I took all the math I needed for an art major. The lowest level of math.
Same though.
I can't help it. I'm just good at it. Math keeps following me.
Oh yeah, no. One of the courses that I had to take for like my major is logic. Intro to
Math
logical
and
thinking.
logic is
Logic
what I had to
is
take.
so fun.
It is. It's honestly pretty great.
Because once you get past all of like how to convert a sentence into like an equation, when you get to solving the equations, it's so fun. Like just all of the rules that you have to go through.
So you actually turned words into binary?
Something like binary. It's where we have a symbol for the word, like A, B, C, or D.
Alright.
And we have symbols to connect them, like if-then statements are a horseshoe, and statements are like a dot. Negative, like this is not that would be like an
Welcome
like
to
a
the
little
nerd
tidbit.
portion
Yeah.
of the podcast.
We went from talking about dreams to just nerd stuff, and Anthony's like,
No, I'm waiting for you to be done because I've got mine.
okay,
Nice.
yeah, triple bars and so on and so forth.
All right.
Like, solving those were so satisfying to me. Like just getting all of it done, going back, checking to see if it was right. It's like, it makes me feel smart, and I love it
I'm glad you feel smart.
because I feel like a fuck up most of the times.
In the math class I'm taking now it's kind of like a stats class, but like we have to do like programming almost at the same time.
Right.
So have you guys used Python at all?
No, I've used.
Have you heard of it though?
No,
No.
I've used.
I
Java.
have, but
You
I
use
haven't
what?
used
I've
it.
I've used Java for engineering though.
Okay, like ours. So it's like, you know, have you ever gotten like Notepad on like just like Windows and it's just like text? It's like that, but you can like set you can set Python to like do commands. So it's like, you can have it print and then you type a question. What is your name? And then like, so it'll ask you what your name is. So then you type, my name is Anthony. And then it can say, hi Anthony. And so I would program it to respond back.
So you basically made like a chatbot.
I can, but like I can also have it do math problems too.
You can also do that in Java, so you know.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know.
It's the same thing.
Okay.
During our for computer integrated manufacturing back in high school, I wasn't a part of the programming team. I was the build team.
Okay.
We built a tiny robotic arm.
I was gonna say, I remember you built some robotic thing.
We named it what did we name it? We based it off of the
Fuck.
Scott. No, we named it Scott, and we were Team Sterling because we were so into the frickin' Scott Sterling meme.
Scott Sterling meme?
The soccer player who keeps getting hit in the face
Oh.
and still blocks the ball.
Okay.
Basically that.
Yep.
That was.
I got it.
It's Scott Sterling, the man, the myth, the legend. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, him and Matt are on a whole other level with that stuff.
Matt wasn't even in that class.
I know, but Jarod and Matt are on a so much different level than I am with memes I don't ever want to be a part of.
I'm like a
I'm a
bear.
casual memester. But like Matt is like, I am pretty sure in his description in like all the videos he's in is meme lord.
Yeah, he is beyond meme lord. He's meme king.
Yeah.
I am like a meme baron, if anything, like a meme knight.
Yeah.
It's cringy, guys. I'm cringing.
Yeah. Well, that's what memes are. It's memes, Jack. DNA of the soul. Because memes are a psychological thing, from what I understand. That was a reference to a Metal Gear game with Jack.
Straight up disgust from Rage over here. So, Dragon Ball Z, or Dragon Ball Super.
Super Z.
Super, but the S is spelled with a Z.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it'd be Super?
Super.
The Dragon Ball Super is out.
It's like the
Well,
whole...
it's been out for a while, but they're getting towards the end of the tournament now.
I'm not that far. Don't ruin it for me.
I haven't even
So,
watched
what
it.
happened is, so far,
I only
is
got
that...
up to the freaking Gold Frieza saga, and after that, and then
Wow,
go for
you
the
are
back.
far
and then like
behind.
Beerus's brother or from another dimension comes up.
You are
Universe.
far behind.
I almost got my finger caught in between our chairs.
Do you even know that there's 12 universes?
Yeah, and then there's one king that looks like a child.
Don't you dare make fun of Xeno.
I know.
The king of
He's
everything.
the king of everything.
That's what he sounds like, yeah. No, where I'm at, the tournament, like they just got the arena just got built. Like it's now time for the tournament. So,
Did it get destroyed and then rebuilt?
No, like they haven't even done the tournament yet. Like they just gathered all their warriors.
Okay, but I'm asking because there's a part where 3 of the gods of destruction come and they meet the Grand Priest, and then he wants to test the arena.
And they start fighting.
So so it actually is built.
When does alternate dimension Goku come into play?
That's the one saga before.
Okay.
He's talking about Black Goku.
Oh, he's not actually black.
Dark Goku.
No, he's
Naked
regular Goku. And then
This is Black Goku.
And then instead of going Super Saiyan,
Goku is the new
instead
black.
of Super Saiyan going yellow or whatever,
It's Rose.
yeah, it's Rose.
But they explain that pretty well.
Yeah, I just couldn't remember. Is it his God form or his Super Saiyan God form or a new form or
Is it
just
Super Saiyan
or
God
is it just
Super
the-
Saiyan,
or
or
is
as
it
I
just
call it
the
Blooper
alternate?
Saiyan?
No, you don't know what.
I probably wasn't paying attention.
Okay, spoilers. Do you mind?
No, I don't mind.
Okay,
Future
spoilers.
Trunks saga.
Black Goku, or Goku Black, because he's not actually Black Goku.
Goku's the
Okay.
new Black.
Anyways, he's actually Zamasu.
Oh yeah.
And the reason why is
'Cause
when
they-
he goes quote unquote Super Saiyan, his God Ki mixes in with the Super Saiyan
Okay, yes,
and
I-
makes a reddish purple
Rose.
pink aura.
I completely forgot that he was fused with the god.
Yes.
That
He's
explains the
actually
earring.
he's not fused at all. It's Zamasu who wished to be Goku
I
in
was
that
gonna-
world.
I was gonna
Oh,
say
shit,
because that
yeah.
explains the earring that he has on.
Yeah.
But yeah.
The Pantera earring.
Pantera, sorry. I'm not
Pantara, right?
I'm not well versed in the Dragon Ball lore.
I wasn't either
Everything I've
until
watched
lately.
is sub, so I don't know how to pronounce it. Because dub isn't fully up yet.
Yeah, no,
I
You can
was
watch it
gonna
on
wait for the,
Toonami.
huh?
You can watch it on Toonami.
It's not all the way up.
It's not all the way up,
so that's
though.
why I've been watching subbed.
So
And then there's like the guy they actually have for clone Vegeta is the guy who originally voiced Vegeta.
That's good.
Yeah, which is interesting.
yeah.
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 That's
I
it.
forgot his name. I forgot the name of the voice actor. Now I feel bad. I know it's either Chris Sabat or somebody else who voices Vegeta now. But yeah. But it's like you can hear the differences in their voice. It's like interesting.
The person who did the Japanese voice of Bulma died.
I know, it's so sad.
Passed away. Did you know that?
No, it didn't.
Yeah, she passed away like a month ago.
Mhm.
Wow. That sucks.
And
It's like because then all the fan art was coming out with like
Yeah.
Vegeta being like
Yeah, just crying.
yeah, crying over like Bulma dying.
And I was like-
so sad.
Yeah, I was like, oh shit, did Bulma actually die? And it's like, no,
No.
the voice actor died. It's like, oh, thank God.
Yeah.
No. If Bulma actually died, you saw what he did to Beerus when Beerus
Oh,
He was
slapped
he was
her.
stronger than Goku.
Yeah, and that was just Super Saiyan 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you imagine if
And
Super Saiyan Blue? Gosh.
Oh, Blooper Saiyan that would destroy a planet.
Oh, the planet? Vegeta can destroy a planet now!
Well,
He,
yeah,
would, he would destroy the fabric of space and time.
and he did that in an abridged version.
Oh, man.
Just screaming through all
Yeah.
forms of just, ah! Daddy?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Dad? Oh, man. Team 4-star all the way.
The podcast I was listening to is from the guy who voices Cell and Nappa, and it's so funny because it's just he was talking shit, or like his character who's a stupid orc barbarian. He was talking to their boss essentially, and he said something so I don't know what he said, but basically their boss turned him into a turtle.
What?
Yeah.
Jeez. What? Being turned into dogs? Turtles? If I was them, I'd be getting pissed being turned into shit.
It was funny because he couldn't say anything. He just kept doing like, ah! It's like, oh, your turtle. Like they saved this mage girl for something, and she's like, oh, your turtle's very cute. And then it's like, how much do you want for him? And he's go, ah! Just panicking. Ah!
Dude, I'd be pissed. I'd be wanting to kill everything by that point.
Yeah.
Don't ever turn me into anything while playing D&D. I will not like
You'll
it.
probably be the dungeon master, so I don't think
Yeah.
we could turn you into anything.
Also,
You could turn me into an asshole. Oh.
too late. I was gonna say,
We can't turn you into an asshole if you already come in as an asshole.
Yeah. Also, I've heard this so many times. Do you prefer DM or GM?
DM.
Okay, because I've heard it as
What's
either
GM stand for then?
Game Master.
Oh, okay. No, this is Dungeons and Dragons.
Dungeons and Dragons,
So
you're a dungeon master.
Yeah, if it's
Game
like-
Master is something else.
Yeah.
Do not, what?
When we play Mafia with the cards, then I'm a GM because
Yeah.
I'm the Game Master.
Yeah.
or if you're playing freaking Cards Against Humanity, you're a czar.
And
Which,
or
We're
if you're
playing Mario Party and I'm player 1, I'm the Game Master.
or
if you're Master
or
Hand,
I mean,
you broke the game.
yeah.
Or
they
whoever
probably
made it.
changed
If you're
it.
at the gay bar and a guy hits on you, you're a gay master.
If a girl wants to get into your DMs, those are direct messages.
That's what I always was confused at as to like what DM was. I kept seeing
Dungeon Master.
Well, no, not Dungeon Master.
Oh.
But like on Twitter, it's
On
like
Twitter?
DM me. It's like, what the fuck does this
Dungeon
mean?
Master me what?
This was before I started like D&D. It's like, what does this mean?
And then you play D&D and you're like, Dungeon Master. Wait, what? That still doesn't make sense.
And then like recently, it's like direct message is like, oh.
Hey, I'm gonna be your like when you're actually in Dungeons and Dragons. Yeah, I'm gonna be your DM. You're gonna be my direct message. What?
Yeah. And then you see that on like Twitch. It's like somebody will be a DM. It's like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Which is it?
I don't know.
You never know which way to take it.
Yeah. It's like there's so many like things I don't understand about our culture when it comes to like those paraphrased things.
What's another thing that you don't understand about our culture?
Millennials, why do we suck so much? Like, what was the whole kale thing about?
I have no idea what
You
you're
say
talking
kill
about.
or kale?
Kale. Kilts I can get on.
Oh, I said
Do,
kill.
do you know what he's talking about?
Kale?
Yeah.
There was like a whole fad, like everyone's like, kale's the magic vegetable now that can cure cancer.
Or
What's kale?
It's a vegetable and it tastes like shit.
Or the avocado
What?
toast thing.
Guys, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. Unless you like Doctor Who, eat apples. Be done. Okay? That's the magic fruit. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise.
That just reminded me of the Gordon Ramsay meme. I know we're going all over the place, but
We're everywhere today.
yeah, the Gordon Ramsay meme where it's
We
like,
got a lot
you
of
used so much time, Doctor Who had to come in and save us.
Dude, I keep seeing a bunch of like things Gordon Ramsay says, and they're just like the best things
Someone
ever.
on Twitter sent him like a picture of like a butt or something in the mirror, and they're just like, how's this cake? And he responded like, that looks good, that looks great. And I'm just like, what the fuck just happened?
Sometimes I wonder if those are real or some people just Photoshop it so it looks
Yeah.
like he responded.
I know one of the people from Game Grumps made macaroons or something, and they didn't.
Macaron.
Yeah, they didn't turn out well,
Uh-huh.
and she sent it to Gordon Ramsay. It's like, what did I do wrong? And he posted back everything, and it's just like, oh.
Oh man, the whole Team Valor and things. Those are under my funny things.
Dude,
Yeah,
I still have my Team Valor sticker on my car.
I couldn't get into freaking Pokemon Go.
What are you?
What
Mystic.
Mystic, Instinct, Valor.
I thought you would have been Valor.
Instinct
No.
is a bunch of meme lords from what I've seen.
It is. But like, if I knew, because I joined it right at the start, so like the
Okay.
personalities hadn't developed yet,
Mm.
and if I knew what the personalities were, I would have probably been Instinct.
Instinct.
Well, no. What
I just-
what I
I'm
chose
sorry.
mine based off of was what they had said. What each individual one was.
I
Yeah.
mostly choose mine off the legendary birds.
See,
prefer
that's what
mine.
you did. I actually read all the paragraphs of what each one was, and Instinct was like, these are the people who like know their Pokemon, go out and like to adventure. Whereas Valors were like they were gym battle oriented, and then the Mystics were more or less into the whole like getting to understand what Pokemon, what made them live, breathe, and move.
See, that's why I kind of chose him, because it's like I don't know squat about Pokemon, like compared to you guys.
Pokemon.
Yeah.
Pokemon.
Also,
Poke.
I just read about this for Detective Pikachu. They're making a live-action movie.
Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, but guess what? People wanted Danny DeVito to play him.
Yeah, we
But
did.
the funny part is, when they asked him why he wouldn't do it, he's like, "What the fuck's Pokemon?"
Wow,
Yeah,
really?
exactly.
Does he live under a fucking rock?
Well, he's Danny DeVito, so you know.
He might have just said that. I feel like everyone knows what Pokemon is. I mean, like, some people obviously aren't as...
Yeah, but
into
if
it.
he, I mean, I don't know.
I'm still okay with Ryan.
He
Reynolds.
has.
They
He has to have
also-
like a nephew or a son or a grandson by now that like, Dad, Grandpa, Dad, why didn't you do that?
Pikachu's in the May Day parade every year.
No shit.
Yeah.
Like, how do
Not
you
the May Day,
not?
the Thanksgiving.
Mayday.
Sorry.
Mayday.
The
Mayday.
Thanksgiving parade. You knew.
Yeah.
You all knew what I meant, though.
We knew what you
Yeah.
meant. That's why we kept going.
Oh.
Okay, here's some things. The lamb is so undercooked, it's following Mary to school. You use so much oil, the U.S. wants to invade the fucking plate.
Oh my God.
He's
I
great.
remember that last one.
The chicken is so rubbery, Goodyear called and asked for the recipe. Goodyear, the tires?
Yeah.
Alright. The pork is so raw, it's still singing Hakuna Matata.
What a wonderful phrase. I went goofy there.
You've put so much ginger in this, it's a Weasley. The beef is so undercooked, it is starting to eat the salad. Because cows.
Yeah, I get it.
You've used so much garlic, HBO had to cancel True Blood. It's so great. This crab is so undercooked, it's singing under the sea.
I would have gone with it's telling SpongeBob to get back to work.
There's a lot here.
You don't have to go through them.
I'm not going through them all. But there was one, like, I forget, it was something about salt, and he's like, this is, I don't know.
I remember...
This is so salty, it's worse than the haters online or something.
Yeah,
it was ridiculous.
I remember somebody somewhere said it, where it's like, this may be a little iffy, but still, it's like this chicken is so black it tried to steal my black. It's like, what the fuck?
I think I've seen something like that, yeah.
And then there's the one where he's like looking at the woman and he has the pencil on his ear. He's like, for the last time, where the fuck is my pencil?
Or the one where he puts the 2 pieces of bread around the girl's face. He's like, what am I? She's like an idiot sandwich.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know.
That was something he actually did on the show. I was like, oh man.
But then he's got the shows with the kids, and like he's always super nice.
I just showed Jarod a picture of a guy. It's some meme or something of a guy that's in a marching band, and he doesn't have an instrument, but he's handing out the fact that he has one.
Oh wait,
that's what some schools would do.
Yeah,
that's embarrassing as hell.
Well, no, but they do it because they usually do that with the freshmen because they don't want the freshmen to play because they don't believe they're good enough, but they still want them to get the marching experience, so they do have them do that.
Yeah, that actually reminds me of this one thing I found on Tumblr. I find out a lot of weird stuff on Tumblr.
Well, yeah, that's what Tumblr is.
Yeah. That's where I found out about the Detective Pikachu thing. Frick, where was it? It's something I think, Anthony, you would enjoy. Okay, yeah, man. Quick. Somebody, fill the void while I panic.
It's okay, we can end
Void.
We're almost an hour. We're about an hour. We can end it.
Yeah. Alright. Next time, I will find the thing, and hopefully it'll make Anthony laugh.
Hopefully.
It probably won't.
Probably not.
Ow.
Jarod, you don't have a good humor when it comes to making Anthony laugh.
I disagree, sir.
I agree with your disagree, but I don't agree.
Jarod, sign us out.
Alright, this has been the QuestBros podcast. I am the Questmaster.
You didn't even say what the podcast is called.
Wow.
Do you remember what the podcast is called?
This has been the Side Quest,
Not
which
the
is
side
our
quest. This is Side Quest.
Whatever, which is our podcast. Like, comment, subscribe to Skrizzle, and share.
Yeah, check out our other podcasts. Check out our other content too. Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, all that stuff.
All that jazz.
This has been
Anthony,
Rage,
and Quest.
Or time for me, I guess. I never know which way we're going with
Sorry,
it.
I have to go through. Oh, okay, I found it.
No,
okay, we're out.
We'll see you next time.
Fuck.